vertical, I'll put a note in my calendar. I'm just trying to get y'all straight without hitting something I shouldn't hit. Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Dion. I call this the crazy troll nation of YouTube. The crazy, that's the bit of it. Like I mean, I've been doing videos how many years, and it's just like, do I know what I'm doing? I call this the crazy troll nation because the crazy just knowing it's okay to be your authentic self. Hey Janet, hey Sarah. And the troll part is not caring too much about the beauty community standards. You set the standard for yourself. I mean, I know y'all are crooked, and I am sorry. Um, the troll part. Did I say the troll part? The troll part, yeah, not caring too much about the beauty community standards. Wear whatever you want to wear, whatever brand, whatever, use whatever tools, use whatever techniques you want to get your makeup on in a way that you are satisfied with it. Here at the Crazy Troll Nation, we believe in self-acceptance and self-love, embracing your natural features, enhancing them if you want to, when you want to, but never feeling like you have to. Love yourself for who you are and for how you look even when you're not wearing face paint. So 2 things for those watching the replay who have not been here before. Hi, thank you for hanging out with me today. I do curse sometimes because I curse sometimes. And there's an organism that lives in my throat that randomly hiccups, gargles, and belches. And I do try to be aware of it to say, excuse me. So, thank you, y'all, for the thumbs up. Y'all are on it. So right now I'm actually editing, well, not editing, but exporting a members only video that I did today. And I have a members only, I did this yesterday. Oh, and I did a members only video today too that I still need to edit. We are, y'all, I didn't have anything scheduled for today, but it just so happens I got a box. Make sure it's my identifiers. I ordered something from Mehron. And this is why I don't like vertical, because like I gotta make room. Horizontal, you can see everything. So I ordered so much stuff for my kit, and y'all like, girl, how much stuff you got for your kit? And here's the thing: is that, hey Tanya, the thing is that because I don't just do one thing. Like the bridal artists that I see, their kit is very condensed because it's the same type of stuff, the same products, the same type of looks. But because I do different stuff with different people, I gotta have stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if y'all saw my community tab today. That Sigma palette, that's $33. I put it in my cart just to see if it was going to take. Hey, Nina. I put it in my cart to see if it was going to take Grace's code. And it didn't take the code. But even before I tried to do that, it brought the price down to, it was $33, right? The price in my cart was $23.10. And I posted that on my community tab too. I don't know what the extra discount is for, but I didn't buy it. But y'all know I was tempted. That's 20 shades. And for that price, and then however much for shipping. But I'm like, after the fact, I'm like, I could get that for my kit. But y'all got so much stuff in my kit already. Because I don't think I would use those lighter grays. Like, I think it was that third column. But y'all, that palette for that price, for all those shades, and knowing now that I do like Sigma's formula, even though it would be for my kit, not for me, but I'm just like, damn. So, there's one more thing coming from, how do you pronounce that name? I want to say Nigel, but it's not. Because it's spelled Nigel, and it's a professional makeup site. I purchased 2 things on there. But today we're going to get into Mehron. I'm not even going to bother showing that one because it's just going to be that one item. But I am excited for what's in this kit. I'm sorry, y'all. Forgive me. I'm just closing out stuff on my laptop. So then I can move this away and get you closer. So, all right, that is done. Hey, Dawn. And I do want to start doing more members only content and member early access type stuff. So we're going to open this box. I haven't even opened it yet. Y'all, this thing is huge. Like this, I was just like, what did I get? And I know what I got. And check this out, y'all. When I went on the Mehron site, they gave you, well, they said for signing up, you know, you'll get 15% off. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Because I wasn't in a rush to buy stuff. Hi, Nick. I wasn't in a rush to buy stuff. And so I put stuff in the cart just for later. And then, so I closed out the website. I put stuff in the cart for later and closed out the website. And then I got an email saying, welcome back, 15, another 15% off code because I had left stuff in the cart. So I'm like, okay, I have two 15% off codes. I still didn't purchase anything. So I got quite a bit of stuff. I'm looking at my invoice sheet. I'm like, ooh. And so, and Mehron is a professional makeup site, special effects and all that stuff. So, and then one day, a couple of days ago, well, however long it took for shipping, and less about a week maybe, um, I said, let me just check the Mehron website. I'm gonna just check it because I'm daydreaming about stuff I could do, right? Y'all, they were having a 25% off site wide sale. And I did post it on my community tab. So y'all know what I did. I placed the order for the stuff that was in my cart. And I was just like, wow. So that made me glad that I didn't just jump on the 15% off. Because I'm like, let me just wait. Because events that are coming up are not until, a few months. And like stuff here or there, or like parties or events, like I have enough stuff for that. But some of these themed parties, like they go all out. And so that's what had me thinking, let me get some of this stuff. Hey Nina, you see Mehron on Camera Ready Cosmetics too. Are you? And that's one site for whatever reason I just don't go there, and I don't know why. But do they have the same sales though? Mehron was having 25% off site wide. I'm like, let me order this stuff now. It looks. Don't tell me this is like Ulta with all the packaging at the top. There's paper at the bottom, but it's a thin sheet of paper. But look at all this that was on top. So it was laid like this. I always forget about that site too. And I think because I don't use a lot of stuff that they sell, because of my sensitivities and whatnot. And so like certain things just don't even cross my mind. But I do think I have that in a folder or my home screen on my phone. Ultimate Krabby Patty. Thought I know. But there's you know what it is? There is paper underneath. Yeah, it is cushioned. And they have a palette at the bottom. It better not be cracked. It better not be cracked. So I'm excited, y'all, because there's some stuff coming up. These are stipple sponge applicators. And these are what people use to make it look textured, or if you're putting a certain color or something and you just use this. And so they had three different ones. They had a soft, a medium, and a firm. And I didn't get the firm. And there's three in here, it says, up here. 3 pieces, reusable, but I wouldn't reuse these on clients because how do you really sanitize it? You know what I'm saying? So that's why I only got 2, and they're non-latex, which is good. I'm trying to see what which one this is because I know I got a firm one and a soft one, I think. And so here's the other one. So I got 2 of these. Yeah, they don't say which is which, but there's 3. There's 3 each in here. They're not saying which is what. That's not good. Professional face and body makeup. That's what Mehron is known for, and they make sure you know it because it's up here too. So I got those 2. Actually, let me take everything out and then put stuff back in because this box is heavy too. And they sent me 2 sample things or cards, postcards, some type of something. But we're going to get into, yo, I'm excited about this. We're going to get into all of this. And I could squeeze it, but it's still not going to tell me they feel the same. And there's so much air in here. It's just moving the air. What is this? Okay, this is something that they sent. Y'all, this stuff, y'all, it was a good price. It was a good price. So at the bottom of the box is this. And so it would have been cushioned somewhat. Well, it was cushioned, but some of the stuff in here is so heavy, it just flattened it out. So I showed y'all the sponges. So let's put the stuff I didn't show you over here to check the firmness. They feel the same. And maybe I purchased 2 that's the same. I don't know. But I knew I didn't want the firm one because I'm thinking of sensitive skin, right? Let me see. Oh, I got 2 of the same ones, but it still doesn't say, is it the soft, medium, or firm? You know, I'm gonna check stuff off as I open it because I want to make sure I got all my stuff. The sale though, it's 25% off. So we do have the sponges. And it says carded. I don't know what carded means. Stipple sponge carded. I need to open something big first because since that's going to go on the bottom. But what I got to try, because they also have skincare prep, setting powder. They have a lot of water activated type stuff. So they have like setting powder for that. They have skin prep stuff and whatever else. So I got little ones just to see if I like it. They have a barrier spray. We're going to get into all of this. This right here is skin prep. It says on there. And this is a mattifying skin toner. And my thing with this is, what if somebody has dry skin? So that is one of the questions I do ask. Do you have dry skin? Do you have sensitive skin? Are you allergic to any particular ingredients? Like, you know, because I'm sensitive to that stuff because I can't use pressed pigments on my lids. And so, but I wanted to just see how this worked first before I got the larger one. This one is 1 fluid ounce. And it is a toner. So after you clean their face with like a makeup remover wipe or something, whatever they come in with, even if they have no makeup on, still, you know, wipe their face down with micellar water, they recommend, or a makeup removal spray, even if they're not wearing makeup remover wipe. And then I will put the toner on. And so that's that. And then from there, you put on, you know, whatever else to get your look going. I also purchased barrier spray, and this says it seals your makeup. So this is like a setting spray, finishing spray. Garnier makes micellar water cleanser that mattifies. I think it's the blue bottle. I use the one, it's not the blue bottle. I forget which one it is. The thing is so big. And when I purchased it, this was a while ago from Amazon, it was in a 3-piece set and all of them are huge. But then I'm stuck on the Scandinavia makeup removal spray. And so my Garnier is just sitting there like, and I did send one, use one with the pink cap. I'm trying to think of what color is the one I have. It might say for sensitive skin or gentle skin or something like that. And I sent one to Bestie a while ago. And I asked her again, like, do you need another one? She was like, no. And she's been using it like faithfully, but it is just, it's like 23 something ounces. Bioderma, that's the one you use, Nina. And so I do try to use it, but then I like the Scandinavia spray better. And it does make my makeup easier to come off. And so it's hard to read what this says because it's clear. Professional before and after makeup setting spray. Okay. So what I'll do is put a label saying before and after setting spray. And I'm going to have to look at the PAOs on all of this stuff. This is 30 months. That is amazing. Because my concern was too, if I get the bigger ones, am I going to throw it out? And this is 30 months too. Am I going to have to toss it in like 6 months? And so it's good to see, yeah, this will last me. And if I like it, and when I start to run low, get the big one. Okay, so cleanse the face, toner, if they have oily skin, and then spray the face with this, and then get started with primer, and then the foundation or whatever. I've always wanted to try Bioderma. They are pricey though. I'm glad this is 30 months. I don't know what I'm still just trying to read. It's hard to read. I'll read that later. But yeah, so this is before and after. And I thought, was this really necessary? Because the Fenty says before, during, and after. The Scandinavia is a finishing spray, so that goes on after. So I'm like, do I really need this? But then we'll see how it works. We'll see. But that's for the kit. The other thing that I got was Color Set Powder, Translucent Setting Powder. So after you do all of the makeup, this is a translucent setting powder. Hopefully it really is, because sometimes for brown folk it ain't. And so I only got a small one. They did have a big jar. I said, but let me see if I like it, see how it goes. And this is also 30 months. I am loving the 30-month thing. And I also got a small one of the cosmetic sanitizer spray. And so I do have sanitizing spray, but since I'm on the site, everything was 25% off, and I got the little ones. I said, let me just get this too. And what I've been Googling is how to sanitize water-activated makeup products. Because they say, you know, wet a brush, put the brush in it, or wet a sponge, put the sponge in it, but then I can't be double dipping if I'm using it on multiple people. You see what I'm saying? And so then I thought, do I want to order just some more sponges or the wedges? Because you can get like a big bag of wedges and a big bag of the inexpensive sponges, you know, that would last a while. And so I'm thinking maybe just do that. And if I have to double dip, just use a brand new sponge or wedge. They are interesting. How do you sanitize it? And so that's what I've been looking at. And if I can't find how to or where to, I'll just get a big bag of, because they have like round sponges and they're about this thin and they're round. They're not the big ones. Hey Grace, I sent you a text, Grace, but I can't check it now if you replied because I'm on my phone. And so that's what I've been thinking. And they are inexpensive. And so that wouldn't be a big deal because I don't want to scoop out onto a pallet to wet it and then use it because if there's leftover, then I'm wasting. So and I don't want to waste. So this is cosmetics sanitizing spray. And I was trying to think of who to ask if they use water activated stuff. How do they sanitize their stuff? But I can't think of anyone. And I thought to ask Janessa, but I think she only does her makeup on her. And so I'm gonna try to I'm gonna try to read this later because I don't know why they put like black words on a clear thing because it's hard to read. Um, Personal formula helps to remove germs and then you spray your stuff. So it just seems like it's regular. But I said, you know what, we'll just see. So what is this? Oh, this y'all, I'm just like, and I don't think I needed this. And what I'm thinking, I'll show you and then I'll talk about it. Because I'm getting ahead of myself. This is a Mehron Paradise Makeup AQ brush set with brush holder. You can get the holder separate. You can get the brushes individually. But for the set of brushes and to have the holder, this was more cost effective. But if I'm going to be using this for multiple people, just clean the brushes in between. And what caught my eye with these is, what caught my eye with these is that they look like paint brushes. And so we're dealing with water activated stuff. So it is like you're painting. And so I think, well, let me just show you. So it says Mehron up here. And I know on my phone for live streams is backwards, Mehron makeup. And so what they did was in the picture, they had the clean brushes in here. And then they had water in here because that's how you clean your brushes. We'll get the water activated paint, face paint, body paint out of the brush. And so they had like solution in here so that when you use a brush, you put it in here upside down, swirl it around, and then, yeah, I saw it. I'm like, oh, that's almost 2 hours. So that'll be good for me for later, Nina. I'm going to watch that. And it'll help me rest my back. I don't know if y'all saw today's video, 6 looks with Bloom. The other day I hurt my back. I don't know what I did, but so I've been just resting a lot. And so they were putting cleaning solution in here, and after they use a brush, they would put it in here and just let it sit. And then before they use it again, they wipe it off. And if they need to put water in it, then they would have a third container. And some of the sites I looked at, they did say they had 3 containers, one for the clean brushes, one for the dirty brushes with solution in it, and then another empty container, not empty because they put water in it. So that way you put your dirty brush in here with the solution, and then you wring it out or wipe it on a cloth, and then you dip it into the container with water to get, all of that out. So that's a way when you're on the go that they were saying to clean your brushes. And some said some people keep like a small bucket under their table. So as the water gets dirty, they can just dump it there if they don't have quick access to a sink or to a bathroom. And I'm like, you know what? I'm learning some really good tips here. Water activated stuff is a lot different than just powder stuff because it is so much more stuff to think about. And so I said, let me just go ahead and get this. And this is really nice. Like this is sturdy. Like this is that hard acrylic plastic. So then I'm like, do I want to just get another one of these and have all my containers? So we're going to open up these brushes. And when you look at these, you might have the same thought that I had. I don't know. When I first, these are packaged really well. These are nice. When I first started makeup back in 2000, yes, those were all pretty. Thank you. I wanted to get it out and get it done. And I was just like, I edited that video because usually after I do a clip, I'll edit it so that way it's done. And when I do the second clip, just put the first one in, put the second, edit the second one. I didn't do that because of my back. I had all 3 clips to edit at one time. And y'all, you see that video is like over an hour. And so, but I had to listen to my back. So these are what, do they have yeah, they do have numbers and stuff on them. So they come packaged up. So this one, oh, this was in here that came out. This one says, and I'm going to watch these today. This one says Mehron Paradise Makeup AQ 830. So that's this one. And what does this look like, y'all? Oh, and it's stiff too. This one is more so for body paint because you can do like a wide area, or even if you're doing a face as big as mine, you know. And it is stiff though. This feels sturdy. This is this is acrylic as well, but this is very stiff, very firm. Okay, let me stop doing that because you want the makeups to stay. I don't know how much. I do see me doing, when I do face paint, bring some down, you know, onto the neck, but I don't see me doing like whole body stuff. But then you never know. Somebody might be like, oh, I'm gonna have my arms out. You know, can you do my face and do designs of my arms? So, you know, I'm just ready. I will be ready. So that is this one, but I don't foresee me using this one a lot. So we're gonna put that in here. Didn't mean to give you the finger. This one, all of them say Mehron Paradise Makeup AQ. This is 841. So it's like, almost like, what? I can't, wait a minute. Oh, you know what? Because they put that tape piece over there. So this is this one. Let me stop doing that. This one has one long hair. Just one long hair. So that's what this one looks like. And then we have this one. And they all have, they come with plastic as you saw. This one is 814. Oh my gosh. Do you move? Okay. Y'all, it was stuck. So this is, this would be great for, well, anything. To do lines, to do shapes, brows. They look industrial. And this is what I was thinking. I don't need to put all this other stuff back in there. I am going to keep this one on here though. What I was thinking, when I first started wearing makeup, this one is 840. Oh, jeez. Did y'all hear that crunch? When I first did it? Oh gosh. Which is good because if I'm making putting water and water activated stuff, I'm gonna need something to hold it. You know what I'm saying? So when I first started wearing makeup, not long after I first started wearing makeup, they were talking about just go to a craft store and use paintbrushes. This one is 816, and so that's what I thought about. Oh, I'm not gonna do that again. That's why I wash my brushes before I use them, because y'all don't know like what stuff is. And so what I was thinking of was that they were in here and rubber band together. So I don't think they would have got that because they were in here. I don't know. Maybe. So I was looking at, I was going to say it looks like artist paintbrushes. And so, yep, Nina, that's exactly what I was thinking about. And why is this one the only one that has a different colored tip? All the rest of them are just regular. Why is this one like that? I'm going to look on the website and see, does it really look like this? Or it may not matter since I'm going to wash it anyway. Like, why is this the only one that's kind of suspicious? And so that's what I was thinking, Nina. And instead of buying more individual brushes of these or another set of these, I thought I will go to a craft store and get brushes there. Oh man, I'm taking this off, but then this is sticky. So I'm gonna have to get some alcohol or something to get this paper off of here. So this is just a little one. And we got one more. So I am just like super excited. But yeah, these could be just regular craft brushes. And I did try the paintbrushes, but my skin was just like, and some of them were real cheap, you know, $2, $3, you know, something like that. But then I was just like, I can afford to get like regular brushes. At least there's not a proof of dust that's needed like the OMA sets. Girl, that was a whole hot mess. That was crazy. I'm like, what the hell? So I'm gonna just put these back in here. So whatever brushes I do get, additional ones, I will look at a craft store and I'll just put them in here because there's a lot of space left. And I have 2 containers for water. So I am thinking, do I want to get another one? And I know I can get something cheaper than this, but I don't remember how much it was. But this is very sturdy. And I'm thinking I'm gonna need a bigger kit because I got stuff. I got and my stuff is over here. So I have like the kit that they gave me that I put stuff in. And I have like a cosmetic case thing that's full of stuff. And y'all, I got a lot of stuff. But I'm ready. Whatever they say, I got you. And it felt so good when I did that class. Because somebody's like, oh, I forgot this. I got it. Oh, I got this. I got it. They were just like, wow, you got everything. Sure enough. Because if you're going to, I feel this way. If I'm going to say I'm a professional makeup artist and I need to have everything I might possibly need. And so that's what this stuff is for. They just want regular stuff. They do. But for the alternative community, when they do themed events, yeah, all the goodies. Grace, oh, you missed that part. Let me back up from my bestie. I put stuff in my Mehron cart, and it said 15% code if you sign up. So I signed up, and that code was welcome15. I put stuff in the cart, and I said, I'm going to wait because the event, this huge event that's coming up isn't until May. So I'm like, I have time. Let me just chill out, calm down. And so I put stuff in the cart to remind me for later, and I exited the website. Then I got an email saying, welcome back 15. We see you left stuff in your cart or something like that. So then now I got 2 15% off codes. And so I said, no, let me just chill out because I don't need this stuff like right now. And I went back on the Mehron site just to see, because I'm daydreaming, right? They had, I think I did put it on my community tab. They were having a 25% off site-wide sale. I was like, so that's when I placed this order because I was just like, what? And I don't know, I'm new to the site, so I don't know how often, they have sales. So I was just like 25% off because some places, oh shoot, that's gone. Some places they'll do 20% and then like a month later it'd be, 30%. And then it'd be buy one, get one free. So I don't know that about Mehron. But I saw that 25%. I'm like, shit, let me get this stuff in my cart. And so the prices was good. The prices was good. But now I do know they have those sales. And so if it is something else I want, and it didn't say how long the sale was going to be there. So some places say until, whatever, but they didn't. But I have 3 more things to show you, but I'm going to show you some of the... I did not even check this stuff off that I got. So we have the spray. We have the skin prep. We have the brush set. We have the other spray. Barrier spray and the cosmetic spray. Barrier pump bottle. Did they put that separate? Yeah, that's 2 ounces. Wait a minute. Yeah. And the powder I showed you. Okay. So we got everything. So the one thing I'm super excited about, but this isn't it though. So I'm saving the best for last. They sent, I shopped at Mehron and all I got was ghouls and goosebumps. I know it's backwards on your end. And it has a skeleton. But if you just want to daydream, just go to the Mehron site and just look at some of the stuff that they do. Because, of course, they have, like, pictures of what you can do along with their products and all of that. Mehron makeup, barrier spray, seal the deal. Look at that. It's theatrical stuff. Theatrical looks and stuff like that. And makeup on lock. And I got all of these. This is the barrier spray. This is, oh, both of those are barrier sprays. Okay, you just got a big one and a little one. Oh, these are all barrier sprays, the 3 different sizes. I got the little one. And it tells you what it's for, how to use it, pro tips, yada, 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 yada. Perfect for cosplayers and everyday makeup. And some people do use water activated stuff every day, and you can. Um, yeah, so that'll just sit right here. Mehron, we see you're feeling creative. Like, look at that. I'm excited. Another 15% off code. Does it expire? Oh, it expires valid until December 31st, 2025. What was that place that sent me the code? And when I looked at it, it expired December 2024. I was like, I think it was City Beauty. So, yeah, if y'all want something, I would say you can use the code, but I'll say wait till another 25% off. But if I'm caught in a pinch, then yeah, do it. Thanks for ordering. Enjoy 15% off your next Mehron.com order. The order I paid 25% off of. Y'all, I was like, let me order this stuff. Skin Prep Pro, the Pro Secret for long wear makeup. And I did get a small bottle of the Skin Prep. They had a small bottle, I got that, and they had this one. I said, let me just see first before I get the big one, because I have the Scandinavia spray. So I don't, and I have little travel size ones for that. That's in my kit. What's it for? How to use? And then they have pro tips. And so, yeah, so they just put all of this stuff in here, just FYI, which I don't need to keep them. You know what? I'll keep it because then I'll just read it and put a label on the actual bottle if it's something I'm like, what? And y'all know I have those moments. Welcome to Paradise Makeup. How to apply Paradise like a pro. Look at this picture. What the hell? Look at And they do have sets, little sets that you can do scars, you can do cuts, or it looks like that, that type of thing. But you know what? And I see things differently now too, because when I'm looking at this, it's shading. You do your outline. What am I looking at in particular? Looking at this long one on her forehead, right? That's just shading. You can use a black, and it looks like it's outlined in black, this one right here. And then you shade it with a red, blend it out and then put pinks. And so it's just shading and putting different colors. And I did play around with that for troll play when I shaded half the side of my face because I just, look at her teeth. Why do you need teeth like that to eat ice cream? Why? Why? And so I am looking at things differently, and I'm just like, okay. And how there's a color change from where her collarbone is to down here. Yeah, so it's this is very interesting for me. Like this whole journey that I'm on. And then they have pro tip for add water and swirl to activate. Add to skin in an even layer. And so they really do help guide you what to do. Start with minimal water and continue swirling until your brush in the pan. Let me start over. Start with minimal water and continue swirling your brush in the pan until you reach a toothpaste consistency because of all the eyeball cherry on top. You know what? I didn't realize that was an eyeball, but you're right. So she needed the eyeball. She needed those teeth to chew the eyeball. Good eye, Grace. Oh my gosh, I didn't even. There's just so much to look at in this friggin' picture. It's just like, what? And she got one long blue fingernail. I am going to keep because I got tips on the bags. But this is a lot to do. But when you know what you're doing, it goes quick because you do all your shading first, all your shapes first, and then you go in and add the color. Then you go in and add the details, and her lips are a different color. And so it's not complicated to do. It's just a lot of little steps and it's time consuming. So that's the thing. And that's what I think about too when someone contacts me for a quote. Even if they say it might be 10 to 15 people to get their face done and it might be like, 30 people at the event, I still have to factor in like how much time am I going to need if I'm going to do like 10, 15 faces. But so we're going to see the event in May. They have sort of like the event, like say that the event starts at 7 p.m. They have small stuff happening maybe starting at like 4:30, like come in, socials, meet and greets, and that would be the time that I would be scheduling appointments for to do their faces. So by the time the event starts, they're done. And if somebody just happens to come up that didn't um, schedule with me, then I would still be there to do that. But so that's how you get away with that because it can be time consuming. It's very detailed. Pro tip over here, apply in thin layers and let each dry before adding more. Paint dries quickly and can be reactivated with water. No powder needed. Paradise sets on its own for a smudge and water resistant finish topped with Mehron barrier spray. So if they're saying you don't need the powder for that Paradise stuff, and I did get two of the Paradise palettes, then I don't need that powder. Glad I got a small one. I'm getting enough to keep me busy, and I'm cool with where I'm at because it's still cold, and I'm like I ain't trying to be out here in friggin' 30-degree weather. Like I'm just not. No, I did not get. They have their own micellar water and they have exfoliating micellar water. So the exfoliating one, I am curious about that. And both of these are matcha infused. I don't do well. It wouldn't be for me. Dermatologist, something. What the hell? So, oh, they have the back. So there's a no rinse makeup remover, exfoliating makeup remover, and makeup remover balm. I wouldn't use this for my kit because then that's messy. Because then you got to do all that and then you got to wash and this and that. Whereas these two, I can use cotton rounds with that, or put it on a makeup remover wipe and take it off with that. Yeah, I never heard of exfoliating micellar water either, but it's something that Mehron has, and it tells you what's in it, what it does. We'll see. It's not on my list right now. I need to get through all this other stuff, or at least put a dent in. So far, people just want basic stuff, though. So that's something else I keep in mind. I wonder if you can use that on the eyes. I would think so, because regular micellar water you can. I'm keeping in mind, though, that this is face and body paint, so it's not for your eyes, unless it specifically says it's for your eyes. And so that's a non-factor for the face and body paint because it tells you it's for the face and the body. It's not for your eyes. I'll finish reading that later. So this, y'all, I got 3 more things to show you. One is just kind of, what if or whenever, but I noticed my life's been getting shorter, which is good because at first they were like long as hell. So I'm excited about these 2 things. My toe is on the line of ordering the water activated eyeliner bundle from Lethal. And I don't know what I'm waiting for because I know it takes like 2 weeks to get to me anyway. Or is it 3? But I will be using Teresa's Dead's code for 10% off, which does knock off the shipping. I think for free shipping, you need to spend like $120 or something like that. And I'm just like, I ain't that much stuff on there I want. Because the bundle, I think, is $75 and some change. So it might be like 80 something. This one, Mehron Makeup Neon UV Glow 8-color magnetic palette, professional face and body makeup. So that tells me this is not for the eyes. And I'm looking on the back, and I'm not seeing where it doesn't say that, but if you understand face and body, then you understand it's not for the eyes. This, y'all, I am excited about this. Look at this. Oh, man. So this is what, hopefully nothing ain't cracked, y'all, because of how they had it sitting there at the bottom. So, and it tells you on the back what each color is. Nina, this, and so how they have the 2 colors, it tells you, or even on here it tells you, like this one right here says Supernova, and underneath it It says neon orange slash UV orange. So now I'm like, do I need to go find me like an inexpensive black light? And I've been wondering too, because for events, am I going to want to get like my own chair? I mean, they have chairs at the events, but some people they do get like a tall director's chair, not the real director's chair, but just a tall chair. And then I'm wondering if I want to get another ring light. Like, so in case where I am is dark at an event or dim light, I would have my own light. So I'm thinking like, and so on the back it says what it does. On the back of here, it has like supernova, and then it has neon orange slash UV orange, and then it has 801 SU. There's some that's dash DM. So there's different ones on here. 24 months, y'all. I'm excited about that. Y'all know I like when stuff lasts. So you're gonna see it when I see it, and I'm gonna put this on top so I don't blind you. But I'm not looking. I'm not looking. Ooh. So So the colors on the back, that must be what it looks like under black light, because these are not like split. Or you know what I think? I think that's how it looks when you wet it. Maybe. I'm gonna find out. Y'all know I'm gonna find out. But these are huge. And if this pan is as thick as this, or almost as thick as this is a lot of product. And so I definitely am. Whatever somebody say they want, I got it. I got it. And for 25% off. Yo, I am just so freaking excited. And also I'm thinking like, are they shadows, cake liners? These are not shadows. This is face and body paint. It's water activated face and body paint. So you got to put some water in it and use your brush or whatever. And when it gets wet, then you apply it. So they are not shadows, and this is not for the eyes. This is for face and body. And so I'm thinking now, like in the summertime, when I know that there's like fairs or like carnival stuff, or like Ren fairs, things like that. So I'm gonna start I need to, sorry for giving you a clear view up into my nostrils, into my brain. So I'm thinking now, and hopefully I don't forget to make a note later, to write down, look up county fairs and stuff like that. Here in Delaware, because I can go there and just pay for a table and do stuff there too. Like, y'all, I am so excited. So either they look the other color, looking at up here on the box, when they're wet, or if that's how they look under black light because they're UV reactive. I don't know which one, but y'all know I'm gonna find out. This is a lot of freaking product, and I'm glad that I just now noticed they have a mirror up here. I didn't even have to put that on there. I like that these are wide, because that one brush that was like this big, that would fit in here. And so I do like that they are bigger pans. Y'all, I am just excited. I am just so freaking excited. So, and these are removable. It says they're magnetic. So what I did, even though I don't need it right now, but you tell me 25% off and it's already inexpensive, I got an empty palette. So like say somebody's like, oh, I want this color theme, that color theme. They are deep, y'all. Look at that. That's a lot of product in them things. Oh. And so if somebody says, you know, the event is blue and purple and green. Hey, Sylvia, I can just put those colors in here. So that's why I got this. Sylvia, how are you feeling? I have been praying for you. I know your procedure was the end of February. So how are you doing? Or just message me later and let me know if you don't want to put that here, because I know that's personal. But yes, I have been thinking about you and praying for you. It's good you're excited about what you're doing and thinking of ways to get out there. Yes, ma'am. This one. I love when all y'all get along. This one, y'all. I'm excited about this. This one is also face and body paint, so it is not for the eyes. And I was just like, oh. Thank you, doing good. I will message you later. Okay, Sylvia. Don't forget, because I have been, oh, and this is 30-month PAO. What is the other? Yeah, and I love that this stuff lasts long. 30 months. Y'all can have this stuff for almost 3 years, for 2.5 years. at that price too now. So I'm sorry, I'm excited. So this one, and because I'm vertical, I gotta lean back. This one is 30 color pro palette, magnetic, and can't read that word backwards, and refillable. So if I just wanted certain colors, I can pop out of here and put into that 8-pan. But this, y'all, it's kind of heavy. Well, yeah, it has some weight to it. So this is what the back looks like. I'm just like, these are the colors in here. We are going to open it up. Face and body paint. Yo, I am just so excited. So I'm taking off the sleeve. Thank you, y'all, for the thumbs up. So it's like the other one, very sleek. On the back, it has the names, as you see, the ingredients, and Mehron Incorporated, Chestnut Ridge, New York. Oh, they have a London address too, and the EU, which is great because if this being professional makeup artistry stuff, like professional makeup artists are all over. Product surface cracking is normal and will not affect performance. Okay. And then it has some information over here, which I'm not going to read it. Only this paragraph is in English, just this one. All these are different languages. Recommended for use on children over 3 years old, which is good to know. So don't put this on anyone. Oh, don't put this on anyone under than 3. It says, what? Tell me that ain't so. Remove with Mehron's makeup remover. So you mean that's the only makeup remover that'll work, or are they just promoting their own stuff? That's what I want to know. Do not use blue or green on the lips. Okay. Do not use red, yellow, or orange in the area of the eyes. Excuse me. What does that mean? Because some things will say don't put on the lid. So what does it mean in the area of the eyes? Somebody help me out here. Does it just mean don't use it, the eye area, or underneath, like your lid or underneath? That's kind of what I'm thinking. The area of the eyes. ¿Qué pasa, amigo? Patch test recommended. So, yeah, somebody let me know what that means. Does that mean just not the eye area? Meaning like not the lid and not underneath? In the area of the eyes. What? So let's just open it, y'all. I'm thinking, let me feel if it has a mirror. I don't think it has a mirror. So we're just going to, but it has the plastic that is shiny. So let me take this off of here. Y'all, I am like, oh, these are nice. These are the same size pans. Why is there? I think, and I saw, I'm gonna hold it upside down. This thing is like bigger than my freaking head. I did notice on the website they have 3 whites and 3 blacks, and I think because those are the colors that are most used, and you can mix a black with other stuff, you can mix white with other stuff, so I think that's why they're there. But look at all these colors, and they did, you would guess, the thin skin around the eyes. Okay, like underneath, and definitely not the lid. Okay, that's what I was thinking, but I'm like, just say don't use on your eyes. It smells like crayons. I was like, what's that smell? And so they do have other ones that are smaller. They have 3 different ones that are the same size as these. They have 3 different 8 pans. But when I looked at makes sense, shadows on the eyes and paint the body. Yeah, and it does say face and body. Well, this one doesn't say face and body. The small one said face and body. And yeah, this one says, I know it's backwards on your end, professional face and body makeup. This one doesn't say that. So maybe I will put, I don't know. I don't think I don't think I'm going to remember like what's what. But They had smaller ones of the matte Pride palette. I love that thing. If they still had them, that would be nice for my kit. The only thing with the MAC shadows, which I don't mind at all, is that they're not, some of the shades are not impactful. Where something like this, it should be. You know what I mean? And so that's the only thing with the Pride palette. But I can always swap out colors and stuff in there. But they had smaller ones. I think it was like 3 different ones. But combining all of those colors, it looked like all of these colors minus the 3 blacks and the 3 whites. And so I said, I'll just get this one. And so when I saw that 25% off sale, I'm like, let me just go ahead and order this stuff. Because I don't know if it gets better than that. Because some brands will do 15% off, then they'll wait a couple months, and then 20% off, wait a couple months, and then 30% off. But I'm like, let me just jump on this. But we'll see with Mehron if they do frequently have sales. Because I was just like, oh. And so this, so it was more cost effective to get this one than to get 3 of the little 8 pans. You know what I mean? And those were like color theme specific, where this one, I have everything. And you know, it's a little heavy holding it like that. But I'm excited to have it. And I do understand why there's 3 whites and 3 blacks, because then you can mix your colors. You can, you know, dull down, you know, a blue or one of these shades with the white, or you can bump up, you know, oh, did I stick my finger in? Nope. Darken up, you know, one of the yellows or these pastel type shades up here. So I do understand it. And black and white in, what's the word? In a theatrical environment, black and whites get used a lot because they get mixed a lot. So I do appreciate and understand why there's 3 blacks and 3 whites in here. So this, y'all, is my, the only thing I'm looking at is like, how do you get them out of here? Because there's no holes on the back. Let me close this. And I don't feel where there's like any holes. Have you weighed your kit? I worry about you carrying all of that. The one, the kit that came with that thing, that program, it does have a shoulder strap, so I can put that cross body. And then I have the one that I hand hold, which is not heavy. But yeah, I'm gonna have to, damn, Nina, I'm gonna have to get another kit. Fuck. You know what though? Not necessarily. It depends on where I'm going. It depends on where I'm going, because this event that's coming up is going to be huge. The one that's in a few months. And so, and they do want theatrical stuff. And so I would just have to really think about, that event is a lot of fun too. Oh my gosh, that event is a lot of fun. I would have to really think about the theme of the event and hope that what I take is what's needed. Because I wouldn't take like this to, you know, if it's a Mardi Gras event or a Pride event, like they don't want this. They want like, you know what I'm saying? And so, so that's what I would have to do. The only thing is a third of my kit is foundation stuff. Primer, different color foundations, different setting powders, blush, bronzers, highlighters. But damn. Now you got me thinking, Nina. Thank you for that. Like, seriously, thank you, because I'm like, I haven't weighed it, but you carrying it, you know, I'm going from here to the car, put it in the car, drive to where I'm going, take it out the car, put it in venue, and set up. And so I'm not carrying it for a long time. And I haven't had many personal clients where it's like, you know, you got to park quarter-mile away and then walk up 3 flights of steps. Like, I haven't had that experience yet, and hopefully I won't. But and they do have some kits that are backpacks, but they're small. And I need a wagon. Who besides me had the little red wagon when they were growing up? And we would put our trash in it to take it down to where the dumpster was. And so this actually is called Paradise Makeup AQ Face and Body Paint. That was what was under this plastic. The other one didn't say anything. It just says professional face and body makeup. But this got some weight to it. You had a pink one. Yeah, I had it was red. It was like fire engine red. and it had the slats that you can put in on the sides, and then the front and then the back, like the wooden things that you could put in, so you can use it with that, or take it out and just like put somebody in it and go. But for trash, we had to put the things up, and the dumpster was like just the next block over. But as kids, it's like you ain't trying to lug 3 bags of trash, big bags of trash. But oh my gosh, thank you for the flashback. I haven't thought about that wagon. Sheesh, I don't know when I last thought about that wagon. You hate Dawn. Did you just pop in here? Did I miss you earlier? Please say you just got here. If you've been here, I apologize. And let me scroll through the comments. I am just so excited about this stuff. And it was 25% off. Yeah, because the dumpster was the next block over. I'm just making sure I didn't miss comments. No, I have not weighed it, but because the one is a crossover, that's okay. And the one that I hand carry, that one is okay. Reminds you of the Pride palette. Makes sense. Shadows on the eyes and paint the body. Yes. I would guess the thin skin around the eyes. Yeah, especially like under. Yeah. Excuse me. You're absolutely right. I think the same thing, Janet. Okay, I'm up to where Sylvia came in, so yeah, I am just super excited. And this event, they be showing up and showing out, and so I'm excited to do stuff other than this. I'm excited to just, you know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. I'm excited about reading comments. Excuse me. I'm excited just to be there because I've been to their events before. The first time I went, I worked snack bar because I said I just want to see and not be responsible for anything. Because if I'm a manager on duty, I got to be in a certain mindset, you know what I mean? Versus snack bar, I just sit there, people come up, buy stuff, and I get to see everything. And but yeah, I love that event. Is like so much fun. Yeah, I am excited. I am. Wow, I'm just making sure I'm not missing. Yeah, for that one, Jen. Yeah, not around the eyes. MAC Pride palette. The thing with MAC that some people don't like is that it's not as pigmented as other brands and other shadows. But for me, for what I like, that's fine. That's just me. And so I'm looking at it now. And what I'm thinking is the format is so different because the Pride palette is like, it'll be purples over here, purples over there, pinks here, pinks there, reds there, greens there, greens there. With this one, they do have it just in a row. You have your nudes, but once you get past the black, you have your nudes down here. Then you have your blues, your greens, your yellows, oranges, and then you got your pinks and reds. And so there's a method to the madness. The Pride palette is all over, but I do love it. You had a pink wagon. I never saw a pink one. I always just saw the red ones. Oh yeah, I've been to that venue. It's Baltimore Playhouse, and I'm one of the managers down there. No, they don't have elevator. And upstairs they have a handicapped bathroom on the first floor, and they have bathrooms upstairs, which I haven't been upstairs probably in over 10 years because I'm like my hips and knees will not do those steps. But yeah, I've been there. I'm one of the managers there, but I won't be that night. I'm gonna be a vendor. Well, not a vendor, but And it's always, this particular event is always a themed event. And so people be coming out with, I'd be like, how'd you even think of that outfit? Because my brain don't really go, but I'm so excited. Yeah, use it for, yeah, it had slaps on it too. Little Red Rider, she said. Talking about my little, yep, it was a little red wagon. Oh, you've been here, but you've been cleaning that house. Tomorrow, my last day, and go back home. Oh, with the dog that was at the neighbor's house that you ain't know where it was. I'm like, but then you said the homeowner didn't know either, right? So I guess they really cool like that the neighbor just come and get your dog. I hope you can take pics and show us. I won't be able to do video. I know that right now. And the thing about pictures is, yes, what a saga. I was just like, why the dog ain't home? And why the homeowner ain't tell you? And you said she didn't even know. I was just like, how? So you're okay. If I will be able to take pictures if the person wants me to take pictures. But sometimes what happens is at these events is they want pictures taken on their phone. So she was coming home to a corpse. That had to be kind of scary, Dawn, because that's like, okay, I'm here to pet sit this dog, and the dog ain't here. Like, what is happening? That is like a scary feeling, because then they would be looking at you like, "What you do with my pet?" I didn't even see your pet. Like, I don't know where is that. Um, and so some people will say, "Here, take the pictures on my phone," and they can't just take pictures. They have to find a DM, which is a dungeon monitor, and say, I would like to have a picture taken. So either the dungeon monitor will take the picture for you, or you can take it yourself, but they're looking over your shoulder, because what they're making sure is there's nobody in the background or like on the edge of the picture, and make sure there's nothing that's very identifying in the picture, if you know what I mean. And so, hey, Linda. Good evening. How are you watching that? Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. You too. I appreciate that. Welcome to the Crazy Troll Nation. And so it depends. And they would have to. What I do sometimes when I do faces there, I'll ask them if they can send me the picture and if it's okay to post it, and then I tag them in the post. But then I only post it on the website where the venue is. I don't post it other places unless they say that I can. And I probably should do a release of information form. Like if somebody say, "Oh yeah, you can post it," and I'm really specific, "Can I post it here?" And they'll say yes or no. Um, but say somebody said yes and then they forget, and I'm like, "But you said I could." You know what I mean? So that's something too I need to think about. So let me make a note, because that's important. But then I don't want to be overly formal either, because they're there for a party, they're there for an event. And I could just have something simple like, "Do you consent to me posting pictures?" But the pictures that I do take at the venue, they only get placed on that venue's website. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, and sometimes people do say no. So I'm just writing consent for pictures, because I do verbally ask. And so far, it's been just like small groups of people, which is really good, because it's preparing me for when there's more. Thank you, Nina. Yeah, cover my bases, because they can turn around and be like, "I didn't say." And when I post on FET, I do tag them so they see it. And so, can it be added to the contract? Oh, hi, Nebulous Nectar. How are you? You snuck in here with me. Welcome. Yeah, I can, and that's what I'm going to do. Because for this type of stuff, I want these memories to last. If it's just somebody's birthday party or a kid's party, they want to look like a puppy or a cat. Like, I'm just like, so it's still good for the website though, for advertising. But I don't even think I'm gonna keep the website, because the alternative community is where my heart is to do makeup, because they just be out the box, and that's what excites me. That's what excites me. Oh yeah, I'm doing okay. Still have a little frog in my throat from when I had that cold a while ago. And my doctor says it's okay. He says there's always leftover congestion, but yeah. But welcome. And so I am. I don't even know how I got on all of that, but I am just super excited. And this is what it looks like. And this was more cost effective than getting the other three, because the other three were colors like this one. And so that's why I got this one, and I got the neon one. So I'm gonna have to get a little black light. Excuse me for y'all looking at my nose. I shouldn't have did that. Has your VA been hit with cuts or layoffs? The hospital, not that I've noticed on my team, because you're assigned to a PAC team, and so all of my people are still there. And I did have an appointment not too long ago, so yeah, all of my team is still there. But I'm sure that they have. And what my doctor told me, my PCP told me, was that he thinks it'll be more like case managers, stuff like that, not actual doctors, not the actual nurses, but just like other stuff, customer service people, that type of thing. And still, that's unfortunate, because if you take away those positions, who's going to do them? You know what I'm saying? So, coughing now. Oh, let me read what you. Okay. Yeah, I did. Let me put that on here. That's a good one. Um, Consent for pictures and contract. And they can put yes or no. And I'm wondering now too if I want to put something specific as far as location, because at sometimes at a venue, they're okay having it posted on that venue's page. They say just make sure you tag, and I always tag people when I post them so they know. Um, but if they're going to, so I'll put two, venue or in general. Because I really don't think I'm going to keep my website, because the population I want to work with, they're not looking for just regular makeup artists on the web. And so the best way for me to meet people is contacting event hosts for places I go already. You know what I mean? Um, so I haven't noticed. I am Nebulous Nectar. Thank you, and thank you for that thing about the contract. So I did write a note to do that, to add that in there. So far it's been like, here there hasn't been any like formal type stuff, and so I haven't really needed to do all of that yet. And then family members, just me practicing, and so that's just like whatever, and they just like, yeah, you can put it on your site, I don't care. But some of the other faces I did, they're like, they'll say yes or no. And what it seems to depend on is if it's a cross-dresser or a transgender person, because they might not be out. You know what I'm saying? And so they're like, don't put my picture anywhere. Send it to me. And so I say, let me take it on your phone. So that way you know exactly like where it is. You know what I mean? And so that's the main thing with the alternative community, is that I can't post everything everywhere. You know what I mean? And I wouldn't post everything everywhere anyway, but respecting other people's privacy, because everyone is not out. You know what I'm saying? And so if I say, is it okay if I post your picture? Like, no, don't post. I'm like, okay. Because some people don't know. And so I respect that wholeheartedly. If they've been hit by cuts, Tanya, I haven't noticed yet. You have that now, laughing, plugged up. So much. Yeah. So I still just got this little frog in my throat. Coughing, not laughing. Oh. Coughing, plugged up. Okay. I saved you from it. Or scam stuff. Yeah, privacy. And I do have a contract. I haven't had to use it yet. I haven't felt the need to use it yet. But I do need to, yeah. And I do have a rough draft one up. Excuse me. Did y'all hear that girl come out? Excuse me. Using their phone as genius makes them feel much more. Yeah. So it's like, they give me their phone, I take the picture, they look at the picture, they say yes or no, meaning they like it or not. Okay, let's take another one. Okay, and then I'll say if it's okay with me putting it on my FET page, can you send it to me? And then they'll send me the picture. So that's how that usually happens with that. But I just love the community. Like, it is just so much fun. Oh my gosh. Like, it's such a different vibe. Like, people are there just to have fun and to be themselves. And in a lot of places in the queer community, they can't be themselves at work or, with certain groups of friends or whatever. And so when they come out, y'all, for events like this, they come out. And it is just so much fun just seeing people feel so free. And that's what I love about it. So I don't even know what else I was saying about this, but these are the same size pans. I was in the 8 pan, and these are the same size pans that'll fit in the empty palette that I purchased. And so I'm excited to have this. I am hella excited that the PAO is 30 months, because that means I had this baby for a long time. And so I am, and for 25% off. I am like so excited. I'm being goofy. I am so excited. You had a club bar that had drag shows. The name was. They are friendly and fun. And I used to wonder, like, and not that it matters, but there is a difference. And so my theory is that they're so used to being discriminated against that they just love everybody. They just love everybody. Because it is a different vibe. Like, everybody is super friendly. And let me tell you something too. The queer community, they tip good. Even when I work snack bar for a queer event, y'all, I be making bank. And I think it's because, this is just my theory, I don't know, I haven't asked, but having a place where you can go and just be yourself and people respect you and they're not looking at you like, eh. And I think that's why. I think because they're just so appreciative of having that place, that space where they can just go and be who they are. You know what I'm saying? That's my theory. I don't know. I haven't asked, but I have noticed that there is a difference in events and where I go, and how the attendees are. Yeah, it is. It's just I love it. I forgot to put this back on that one. I'll put that in there later. But it is just very freeing. And for me, y'all know I'm just, troll nation here. Just be yourself, wear what you want, just rock it. That's how that whole community is. And the ones who are not out, they have a place where they can come. You know what I mean? And so they really appreciate that. But they are the best tippers, very friendly. And I'm like, why everybody can't be like this? And so I just love it. And that's why I want to work in the alternative community, because it's very freeing. Just go and be yourself, offer a service. They know you respect them because you're there. They respect you. They're glad you're there. I just love it. I just love it. All queer events I go to are the best times I've ever had. Yup. So the first time I went, I used to be scared, Nebulous Nectar. Not scared. I was apprehensive because my face talks for me a lot. I'll be like, people tell me my face speaks. And so I was always apprehensive about going to, certain events. And a friend of mine said, they can tell if you're like, or if you're just looking because you're like, wow, like that's amazing. She said they can tell what type of look it is. And so for years I didn't go because I'm like, I didn't want to be offensive, because I'll be like, I remember this one time, this was so funny. Your brow said, oh, this girl, this person walked by and it looked like a lace design on her shirt. Like this X is all the way down, right? And it's dumb in the play space, right? So I said, oh, your lace shirt is pretty. And she went, thank you. And she walked away. And I'm like, why was that funny? And then so later when she was sitting somewhere, I was looking, because I don't want to stare, you know what I'm saying? So I was really looking. It was needle play that they had put ribbon. So it looked like a lace shirt, but it was needles with ribbon in it. And so that's why she was like, thank you, because it wasn't her shirt. It was in her arm. It was in her arm. If you've ever seen needle play, they stick needles in you and then they put, rope or whatever, or they make it look decorative. And so I'm like, oh, that's why she laughed. Like, that is not a lace shirt sleeve. That's her freaking arm with needles in it. And it's so, but I was just like, it is very interesting. And so, yeah, one of my close friends, one of my chosen family members actually, she said they can tell the difference between like a ill judgment or like a wow. And so she said, just go. And so the first time I went, I worked snack bar. Because I said, that way I'll have stuff to do and I could see everything and not just be like, what's that? Yo, it was one of the most fun times I've had. Just seeing people be who they are, it was just amazing. It was just amazing. And so I'm glad she encouraged me to go. She's like, they can tell the difference between this and like wow. Or like, and so I was glad that I went, because I was always afraid that my face would say something that I wasn't thinking. I'm scrolling up because I know I missed some videos. And you had a club bar that held shows and everyone's like, they are. And I wonder if it's because they're so used to being discriminated against, that when they go to a place that's safe, they're just like, hey, how you doing? I'm like, and in my mind, I'm trying to think, do I know them? If you explain it's your portfolio more or less and not just posing, it may help get more yes answers, just an idea. Oh, sometimes I do. I'll say, is it okay for me to have it in my portfolio to show individual people, like a potential client, or can I post it like on my page? And so, yeah, sometimes they'll say yes to either one, or they'll say yes to both, or whatever they do. But yeah, so I do, because I don't think I'm gonna keep my my website, because the website is for general population. I want to work within the alternative community, and they don't be looking on regular websites for people. So I'm getting people contacting me for kids parties, and I'm like, oh goodness. It is Nebulous Nectar. It is. Oh my gosh, it is. Because everybody is just so free. And that's what the Crazy Troll Nation stands for. Just be yourself and rock it. Somebody got a problem with it? Get the hell out of my face. Get on. And it's just so, it just makes me so happy. And I don't know if it's the clinician in me or what, but it just makes me so, it just makes me feel so excited to see people just be who they are. And if it's a place that they have to come to be who they are because at home they can't, or at work they can't, or they're not out, so to speak. And so to see people just coming out and just enjoying themselves, I'm just like, I love it. Your brow said, me too. And I don't know I be doing it. I was somewhere and somebody was like, D, fix your face. I was like, oh shit. Was I doing it again? They were like, yeah. And I forget what I was. They were like, fix your face. I ain't even know. We look and we don't judge. Absolutely. And Nina says, that'll probably be me too. I don't know how to react to a compliment. And I be telling people, I was like, oh, I love your shoes. I love your outfit. And they just be like, oh, thank you. Like, everybody's so friendly. You had a... okay, is that a cut? I had a cut queen. LOL. Ooh, okay. I love them so much. Best people. They are. It is just so much fun. And they can read for filth. Take it and dish it. I haven't come across anybody. Well, because I'm just like, hey, I'm glad you're here. And they're like, glad you're here. Like, it is just so friendly. What is this on my shirt? But, so much. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Welcome, DionLorah, to the Crazy Troll Nation. We have a new member, y'all. Yeah, so it's just, yeah, I'm excited for that event. And they only have it twice a year. And it be hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people. And so I'm just like, when you're in a marginalized community, like severely marginalized, like more marginalized than just me being brown, when you're in a severely marginalized community, when there's a place that you can go and be yourself and feel safe, man. And even just to be there and witness it, even for me, I'm just like, this is fucking awesome. And a clinician in me, I want everybody to be themselves and just to live your life and to be accepted. And so that feeds my clinician in me too, because that's what life should be about, and it's not. And we know that because of politics and who's running stuff right now. But anyway, so that's what I was thinking of when I got this stuff, and I'm so excited for that. I caught that stuff on 25% off, and PAO was 30 months. I'm excited. And I do think I'm going to go to a paint store and just get some paint brushes, because that kit, yeah, let your hair, oh, they do. My biggest gripe, Nebulous, and I do tell them, like somebody will walk by, 6-inch heels. I gotta wear little flats. Like I can't. I broke a toe once, so I cannot even wear kitten heels without my foot swelling up. And I'll be like, I just want to tell you I love you and I hate you at the same time, because you can wear those shoes and I can't, and you rock them. And then they'll just look and we'll just both laugh about it. Yes, Tanya, I am glad that I waited, and I should see. I'm gonna just chill out because I got everything I wanted to get, and I only got the sponges glued down that back. And I just got the sponges to try them, but I can always find sponges like somewhere else, or not the sponges, the ones that leave the texture, the black ones that they do call them sponges, stipple sponges, and I'm sure I could find these somewhere cheaper. And it is 3 in each one, but they're not reusable, and so that's the thing with that. And actually, one of the instructors, she just took like a cotton wedge, and she was pulling off little pieces. So she made her own stipple. And she's like, this is how you can make a stipple effect without buying stuff like that. So I was like, that's interesting. So I was like, okay. You should be able to find that at a craft store. Yeah, definitely. And makeup brushes. Yeah, because makeup brushes, craft stores do have makeup brushes too. Oh, yeah. IDK says Nebulous. How they wear anything taller than 5 inches. I cannot. I'd be like, yeah, these are stipple sponges. But one of the instructors, she showed us how to make your own. She took a wedge and she just like was pulling out little pieces, and it just made that same effect. And I'm sure the effect is a little different though. But I don't remember how much these were, but I know it was enough for me to get two, but not that I would want to get like 50. But if there was a box of like 50, I would get it because I wouldn't double dip and then each client needs a new one because I don't know how you would sanitize those. But yeah, so but it sounds interesting. And then I had said in the video, I don't have any brushes over here, that they'll put shadow or something on the brush and then they'll flick the bristles and that'll give it like a spaced out effect. I'm not going to use one of those because those are paint like brushes. So there is a way to get certain looks, but it'll still look different than a stipple. I've been on the floor with broken ankles. I hear you, and I'm uncoordinated too. So like me trying to, and with that issue with my foot. Yeah, thank you all of y'all for the thumbs up too. Um, Yeah, so this was exciting and even showing this stuff. Like y'all hear me, I'm just going on and on. So I am just like super freaking excited. And so I need to look for other events that do this as well um, for this population because some events are really small. This one is huge. That's why it's only twice a year. And it'd be like hundreds, 200-300 people. And the costumes and like whatever the theme is, they show up and show out. Lysol is how we sanitize pallets with Sephora, but I DK about the brushes other than a fast cleaning machine. I do have sanitizer spray that I purchased. Thank you, Tanya. Like, I am super excited. I really am. Um, really? I'm reading that again and I'm like, at Sephora, y'all use Lysol to sanitize pallets? I would think that chemical might be kind of harsh for skin. I have sensitive skin, so I think of things like that. Lysol? But I do have sanitation spray where I can just wipe, but I have enough like regular brushes. But I do want to get some more paint brushes for the water activated stuff. Um, no, I'm in Delaware. Your uncle does drag, and I can probably get some clients coming your way. Oh man, no, I'm in Delaware. I'm on the other coast. And before COVID, I had quite a few cross-dressing clients, y'all. They were all fun except one. He was a complete asshole. Um, but it was just so much fun. So we would do their makeup, they would change their clothes, we would do a photo shoot. I'm taking pictures and they posing and twirling in their skirts and all that. It was so much fun. And then COVID came. And the same ones, hey, I like to book an appointment. It's COVID. I'm shut down right now. And only one person rolled back around like after all of these years. So we're talking about 2019, 2020. Well, actually 2020 when I shut things down because of COVID. But it was so much fun. I think I gotta rethink Sephora testing. I appreciate that though, because you were about to hook me up with some clients. Um, they were my most favorite clients. They really were. It's just something about their personalities, their attitudes is always really fun, except that one. But yeah, and that's why I know that's the community I want to work in. That was about 10 years ago when I worked at Sephora, and we just lightly missed the powder palettes. Any powder shapes blush. Yeah. Yeah, I don't mess with testers. I'm just like, because people be putting, I'm like, you don't know who used that before you. Like if they forgot to take the wand out, because a lot of them, they take the wand out, so you have to go get a disposable. But like some of the lipsticks and stuff, people just, I'd be like, ugh. No, what the hell? You don't know. Ugh. And then it's just open in the air all day on top of that. And people be walking around coughing and sneezing and snotting and then touch. No. Yes, Delaware. Yeah. Oh, they do? Book the bus, hunty. I'll make sure to hit you up if they ever hit your city. Okay. And my email address is always in my, I know, Dawn. It was just like you don't know what the hell you put in your face. My email address is always in my description box too, so you can always find me that way. Um, and I'm on Blue Sky. I got rid of Twitter. I'm on Blue Sky also. Yeah, testers. Yeah, you got MRSA from one on your face as a teen. Ooh, and they the worst ones. I'm like, where are your friggin' parents? Where are your parents? They did a thing at Christiana Mall here where you need to be escorted. You got to have somebody over 18, and they do a curfew now at the mall. Certain time they announce 15 more minutes curfew. If you're unaccompanied by an adult and you're under such and such age, you need to vacate the mall. I'd be like, damn, they putting the kids out. They put them out. Never stop you from smearing tester lipsticks. Dawn, what? Oh, not anymore though. I was gonna say, oh, okay. Test on my arms this time, yes. I wouldn't even swat. All right, y'all. We are seriously chit chatting. This has been so much fun keeping those kids in line. Yeah, and it'd be over the intercom. You can hear it through the whole mall. They be like, in 10 minutes. Da, 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 da. I'd be like, damn. So to make it short, if you under 18, get the fuck out. I'll be like, if you are unaccompanied by an adult, you need to vacate the premises in 10 minutes. I'll be in there. I'll be wanting to laugh, but I'm like, they need to do that because what happened was that needs to be amended. Yeah. So what happened was when COVID came, when everything shut down, the kids started going to the mall and just hanging out at the mall. And it became out of control because they would go in stores like, Target. They would be playing in all the makeup, going to Sephora, opening and touching everything. And just, I don't know how to say. All kids are not well-mannered when their parents aren't around. And so it became a problem for older people, like, 60, 70, 80-year-olds. And you got these groups of like 20 kids over here, 10 kids over, and they just, and then I don't know if the shoplifting numbers went up. I don't know, but I know in certain stores like Target, Sephora, other stores that sell makeup and even clothing, they just go and just be messing up stuff and leave. So they were like, But that's when it happened, was when everything shut down for COVID. They just flocked to the mall. Let's hang out at the mall. And when I was growing up, we would do that too, but we weren't like these kids these days. Yeah, so they implemented a curfew. I was like, fuck. Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, get them out of here. But which lets the serious shopper shop without the shenanigans. Exactly, and that's what it was. I'm sure the kids were still in the store. I'm sure they were too. So they didn't get made fun of for not having the new Drunk Elephant cleanser or whatever it is at the moment. My skin loves me some Drunk Elephant. Not all of it. Not all of Drunk Elephant stuff, but I have at least like 5 Drunk Elephant products that my skin loves. And the one says, yeah, it must have been crazy. Yeah, they got that curfew, man. It happened during COVID because them kids was acting crazy. It's like, don't you have home training? Where's your parents? What the fuck? Like, get out of here. Amen, girl. Not all kids, but a lot are just doing too much. Yeah. When stuff shut down, go to the mall. And I'm 55. We would hang out at the mall, but it might only be 3, 4, 5, 6 of us, and we were quiet kids because we had manners. But these kids, if you're not accompanied by an adult, you need to leave the premises in 10 minutes. And every time I hear that when I'm in there, I want to laugh. The worst is the movie thing. I haven't been to movies since COVID, like for real. And I keep saying I'm gonna go, but I'm just like, I'll wait till we get to Hulu, Netflix. What else I got? Hulu, Netflix, Tubi, Pluto, Roku, Plex. I'm like, I don't need to pay for no movies because I do pay for Netflix and I do pay for Hulu. But all the other apps that I just named, they're all free. Whew. I don't need a thing. And I got a 55-inch screen TV. So I'll be sitting here like, oh, look at this. This is huge. That's why I love watching YouTube on my TV. Because stuff looks different on the big screen than it do like on your phone. I'm in this little box. Let me know right now. Y'all know I'm in a box like this on your phone. Well, not like this actually because I'm vertical. But on the TV. All right, y'all. I'm just like shooting this shit here. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they still got babies. Y'all, they need. Yeah, but they put them on curfew because they was just tearing stuff up. And sometimes it's older people who would go and walk the mall, and they didn't always feel safe because you got these herds of kids just in there and crazy. But I say Tubi, I do got Tubi too. Yeah, all the all the video shows they made with TMZ, juicy stuff. I think I watched one of them. But after this tonight, I'm gonna put on Joe Beauty 87. That's who I call my YouTube bestie. I have a membership, and she has a membership as well. And so she uploaded a members only video today that's like almost 2 hours. And so I'll be playing that after I'm done here. Membership information is below. If you click, I'm not saying join, but if you click the button that says join, it'll tell you what the perks are. And then if you like the perks, then you join. So clicking join won't automatically make you join. So if you want to see what that's about, okay, Nina, thank you so much. And I do have 2 members only videos coming. I don't know if one is members only and one is early access, but I do have 2 member stuff coming up. Yes, so we're going to go, ladies. Thank you so much, and gentlemen or non-gendered, whoever is still here. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for your time. Yo, I am just so freaking excited, and I thank all of you for sharing in that with me. And we're going to go. We'll be back here Monday. I think Monday we're doing our roundup for February, and I have that stack over here already. But yeah, so we're going to go. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your time. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you so much for the interaction. And thank you to our newcomer, Nebulous Nectar. High five for you. Thank you so much for subscribing. I do lives every Monday night and every Thursday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we're here twice a week live, and I have videos that go up almost every day, except weekends, unless it's something that I'm just trying to get out there. But Dawn's like game over. She like, girl, shut up and go. Everybody have a good night. Sylvia, make sure you let me know how you're doing, okay? Because every time I see that note, I would pray for you, and then I'm like, I wonder how she's doing. Like, seriously, I've been like, how is she? You are welcome. And yeah, I'll see you next time from this side. Dawn's like, no, I'm lonely. Dawn, you need to start doing videos, Dawn. I'm telling you, you will get addicted. Because you see I'm here almost every day with a video. And now I'm doing 2 lives a week instead of 1. Yeah, so we're really going to go, y'all. Thank you so much. We'll be back here live Monday. I have videos going up regularly throughout the week as usual. And as always, self-acceptance and self-love. That is the Crazy Troll Nation way. I don't know what I was going to say. That is the Crazy Troll Nation way. Thank you, and you will see me soon. Dawn, send me an email. So thank you, and you will see me soon, y'all. Bye.